Welcome to Quilting with Lori. My name is Lori Dickman, and today we are going to be working on another Scrappy quilt. However, this is one which is going to be a little bit more controlled Scrappy. I have a lot of requests from quilters who are interested in learning how to do a controlled Scrappy quilt, something that's just a little bit more easy on their eyes. And so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to share in the link below, in the description box below, this free pattern. It's from Fat Quarter Shop, and it's great for using fat quarters. And so that's something that you can do. Just follow along using your fat quarters. You would need 20 fat quarters to make this size quilt, or you could make it even bigger. It would be wonderful even as a very large quilt. I am going to actually use my 8-inch squares and my 3-inch squares, and I am going to use some scraps from that. And let me show you how I'm going to put this together. I do want to point out that Fat Quarter Shop has their pre-cut sale of the week. And this particular week, they're offering this one. It's Heather Bailey for Figo Fabrics. It's called Pop Sugar. Adorable. That would be so cute. So I'll have this link below. If you wanted to check out Fat Quarter Shop and all of their different fat quarters that they have available. They have pre-cuts of all different shapes and sizes, but fat quarters are obviously their specialty. But they have some beautiful, beautiful samples. And so you might want to make your quilt from one of those that they have in their shop. You want to check that out. And I'll have a link below so you can go and browse around and see what you think. But maybe you have your own fat quarters, or maybe you do have 8-inch squares and 3-inch squares. And that's how we're going to use this. So let's look at this. So to make this more of a controlled Scrappy, they're basically taking every one of these blocks, and most of the colored portion of that block is from a fat quarter. In my case, I don't necessarily have matching fat quarters for the big square and the smaller ones, but they're close. So I have this set together. This one matches identically. This one is close. This one is close. This one's very close. This one is close, and this one's close. These are the accent squares. They will be the same all throughout the quilt, and that gives your eye a resting place. And then also with each square, and these are big 16-inch squares, you have a more relaxed feel about it because your eye can look at every single block, and it sees the same values and colors, if you will. So that is what I'm doing. I'm using, again, like I said, the 8-inch squares and the 3-inch squares. And the pattern tells you exactly what you need to cut from each of your fat quarters, if that's what you're using, or you can simply just pull your scrap stash, which is what I've done. So I have finished one of the blocks already, just so that you can see. So this is my pink block, if you will. And again, every one of these light blocks throughout the entire quilt is that same fabric. Maybe you have a bunch of whites in your stash, or creams, or whatever you choose to use for this accent fabric, but make sure that it's all very, very similar so that your eye looks at it as if it's the same value. And then we have these beautiful pinks, and this pink, it goes with it. It's not exact. I went through my stash looking for something that was exact, but it's not. But this is going to work just fine. So this is a pink block, and then every block will be made just like this. There's 2 8-inch squares. There are a total of 8 of these 3-inch light accent squares, and there's a total of 10 of these 3-inch pink, in this case, squares. So it's a 9-patch, a 9-patch, and 2 patches here, which creates a huge 16.5-inch Scrappy block. It goes together so quickly. This is a great stash buster for you. So I've just laid out a second block here for you, and this is my purple block, we'll call it. And again, I'm using that exact same fabric, or at least maybe make them all white or all cream, whatever you plan to do. But as you can see, my little squares here are not the exact fabric, but they're very similar. They're the same colorway, and so that helps to give the eye a resting place here. And so I'm going to make another block using this. I'll continue making these blocks, and then you'll see it as I continue putting it together. I like to web my blocks, as I've mentioned before in many videos. I like to start with sewing these together, these together, these together. Then I'll add this one, and this one, and that way they're all webbed together with the two seams there. And then I simply have to sew those two rows together, and the block is done. And I can go ahead and press the seams. Try pressing all to the dark. You might even want to twist your seams there. Let me show you what I did on mine. I don't think I twisted my seams. No, I did not. And so I've got all of my pink one finished here. And I just tried pressing to the dark whenever possible. I'm going to put this one together, and I'm going to put a few more together. I'll show them to you as I finish them. So I just wanted to quick show you these are webbed. So I started sewing those two, these two, and these two, and I did not cut my thread. They're all connected with one long seam. And then I went back and I grabbed this one and added it, this one, and there's one long seam there. So it's ready to go, and all I have to do then is sew these two rows and these two rows. And then you can twist your seams. I'll show you that when I get over to the iron, what I mean by twisting your seams, in case you're interested in trying that. So the first thing you want to make sure you do is that you've nested your seams. As you can see, I have nested my seams. And then there's that little thread there that you've got to clip. And then depending on which way the seam has been pressed and sewn, there is your twisted seam right there. If you look at that, it looks like a little four-patch right there. And it just helps the quilt to lay much better. And sometimes if you twist it one way and it doesn't work, twist it the other way. It's because of where that last seam was sewn and how it was sewn. And there you have that adorable little four-patch right there. And that just really makes that seam very flat. And that's what you're looking for if you choose to do that. You don't have to. On the other one, I just pressed mine open to the dark. You could even press them open, doesn't matter. But twisting the seams is a great way to make sure that your seams there are nice and flat for quilting. So just a couple things I wanted to point out here. I have laid out a block right here next to my sewing machine, and it is the fastest way to get this done. So I will start here and get these sewn together, and then I'll continue with these, and then I'll come back and pick up these last three, and then those three, and then I'll trim the two sets apart and then do the rows this direction, and that's how I'll web those two blocks. And then I can put these two and these two together, again, webbing them one way and then the other direction. And this block goes together like in 15 minutes or less. It's wonderful. Now, this is the one block that is basically cut from a fat quarter, where I was able to get two 8-inch squares from the fat quarter and a total of 10 3-inch squares. You can actually get more than that, but 3-inch squares of that same fabric from the fat quarter. So this is a real controlled Scrappy because this one block is made from a fat quarter plus your accent fabric. So if you want yours to be really controlled, that's something that you can do. And as you had seen with my other blocks, they're controlled Scrappy in that the colors are the same, but I just have one accent fabric that follows the quilt throughout. So here we see a blue block that's been done, and of course these blues don't match, but the eye is very relaxed looking at that because it's all blue with this accent. And let's see what else I have under here. Here is the purple, and again, these purples are not exact, but it goes beautifully. It is a purple block. And then, of course, my pink one here, I'm trying to get down to it, and there's the pink one. And again, these pinks are not identical, but it's a pink block. So the eye has a resting place with all of these. So let me continue and get some more of these blocks done. So far, this is what I have put together. I've got 6 of the blocks done. They go together so quickly. It's a great leader-ender project. And as you can see, we're using, the blocks are using the same hues. This is a purple, that's the color hue. This is a light blue, this is a purple lavender. Here's another blue. This one was a fat quarter that's completely the same. So all the little squares and the 8-inch squares are all the same fabric. And of course, this one is pink. And then I'm using the same accent, that white print there, for the entire quilt. And that definitely gives your eye a resting place. But each block allows your eye to rest. So if you love scrappy quilts, but you want a little bit more control in your scrappy quilts, this is a great way to put together your blocks. So I still have 3 more blocks that I'll be putting together. Mine is simply going to be a 9 patch of this block, and it's going to be plenty big. As I've mentioned in a number of my videos, I have so many hundreds of quilts in my home, I can't really make any more large ones, but this will be a fun spring wall quilt. And I'll have this dark one. I think I'll put it down in this corner so I'll have darks on each side, and I might move around some of these blocks so that the blue and this pink aren't next to one another. But it's going to be fun. I can't wait to finish it. And then I think I'm going to have an inside border with that white, and then maybe a lavender or a blue on the outside. I'll do some auditioning to figure out what borders I'm going to use. So you'll definitely want to grab this link in the description box below, which will take you out to this free pattern on the Fat Quarter Shop site. These are the instructions, so very simple. And this is for the large quilt that's pictured on the front. This one is a crib quilt, so it's 30.5 by 30.5. They're just using 4 there. And then this one here is basically the size I am making, where there's a 9 patch. And that one is going to be 45.5 by 45.5. And then this queen here is 90.5 by 90.5. So there's a number of different size projects in this free pattern. So be sure to grab the link there in the description box below. It will lead you right out to this free pattern so that you can print that and pull either your fat quarters or pull from your 8-inch squares and your 3-inch squares in your stash. And maybe you will like to make a very, very scrappy one. I love scrappy quilts. The scrappier, the better for me. But today I thought it would be fun to just teach you what you can do to make a more controlled scrappy quilt. So have fun making your 4-patch quilt using your scraps. So until next time, happy quilting.